G'day and welcome to another episode. My name is Daethstro, this is Geek, and this is part 9 of Legacy Kain Soul Reaver 2. Now my voice might be a little bit weird. I've got a bit of a cut under my tongue, which is sort of throwing my voice off a little bit. So here's hoping we can get through this and man eater, since I'm recording them on the same night. So we are back to the big doors in Janos's retreat. And yeah, I had to get back here from that save point. I still haven't done a couple of things I wanted to do before this point, so yay for multi-saving. And as for something coming up, there is a trophy to complete the puzzle in 15 minutes, so let's see if we can do that. But let's meet the ancient vampire. I haven't done Blood Omen yet, but yeah, he takes hints from how Borodor, or I should say Borodor is taking hints from him, how he sets his place up.
Janos Audrin. It is heartening after all these years to hear my name spoken without contempt.
Doesn't have to look bad.
Aussie, my child, what have they done to you?
I have been dragged through hell and back. All it seems to reach this moment. But I don't yet know why.
For thousands of years I have waited, alone here, losing faith. At the time of the binding, 9 guardians were called to serve the pillars, and I was summoned as the 10th guardian, the keeper of the Reaver, the weapon of our salvation. Over time, our race died out, until I alone remained, sustained only by my obligation to you and by my guardianship of the blade.
And the other 9? Why did their guardianship not sustain them?
I don't know. As our race dwindled, the humans prospered. I have watched over the centuries as our history faded into myth and finally receded altogether. The humans have forgotten us entirely and claimed the pillars for themselves, wholly ignorant of their true purpose. To them, I am merely a devil, the origin of their vampire plague.
Why would the pillars summon human guardians then, if they are meant to be served by vampires?
The pillars choose their guardians from birth, Raziel, and vampires are no longer born. This is the crux of our dilemma, and this is the terrible irony. With their vampire purge, the members of the Circle have assaulted the very architects of the pillars they are sworn to protect. They have embarked on a treacherous path. With every vampire they kill, the humans are slitting their own throats. They know I'm up here, beyond their reach, and it terrifies them. You can see how they flaunt their kills to torment me, or perhaps simply to lure me out. They have this foolish notion that destroying me will somehow topple our entire bloodline. Thankfully, we're not that fragile.
I have seen them mustering their forces in the village below.
Yes. I don't know what they're plotting, but I fear our time may be bitterly short.
Mankind seems to have brought you only torment and grief. You must hate them.
They fear what they don't understand, and they despise what they fear. But no, I do not hate them.
Borodor does.
He has suffered much. He cannot forgive them.
Should they be forgiven?
They don't understand what they're doing. They are simply unenlightened and vulnerable to manipulation.
So, it's all true then. What Kain and Vorador have told me. I really am some kind of unholy vampire messiah.
Unholy? No. Messiah, perhaps.
I don't like that word. It smells of martyrdom.
Raziel, your role in this world's destiny is more crucial and more benevolent than you've allowed yourself to believe. Your journey will not be easy. Dark powers are allied against you. But I think you already know this. You appear to have been cruelly tested. The binding must be secured, Raziel. The pillars are the lock.
And the Reaver is the key.
Yes.
The Reaver is here. Why do I feel nothing?
The most formidable weapon ever forged by our swordsmiths. They infused the blade with vampiric energy, empowering the Reaver to drain our enemies of their precious lifeblood.
As Janos presented the blade, an inexplicable sense of dread crept over me, more palpable than anything I'd felt before. I was at once horribly repelled by the sword, and yet irresistibly compelled to touch it, to take it up. Please, take it away from me.
I fear you have been followed. You must save yourself, Raziel.
Janos! No!
Bust through the air, meet the legendary vampire. Oh, I didn't get the swirly effect like it was
My
originally.
surroundings whirled sickeningly, and I found myself transported safely away from the ambush to an adjacent chamber. Janos had delivered me from the Sarafan, selflessly forfeiting his own safety to preserve my life. And now I feared that my newfound mentor would be slaughtered by the very crusaders I had so recently revered. The irony pierced me, and with dawning horror, I realized that I had been duped by Mobius from the beginning. For the Sarafan had simply followed the path I gullibly blazed through this sanctuary, and had arrived bearing Mobius' staff. Thus armed, they had Janos at their mercy. Through the door, I could hear them battling, less than a dozen paces away. But it may as well have been 1,000 miles, for this barrier was sealed by elemental forces I did not possess. It seemed Janos had conveyed me into the heart of the fire shrine. I thought perhaps if I could galvanize the forge and imbue the Reaver in time, I might have a slim chance of saving Janos from his grisly fate.
Alright, so I gotta complete this in 15 minutes. If I can remember how to do it. Okay, so apparently I've lost the light Reaver. That's a lot of blood. If I can see. My reticle's still gone. Yeah, if I remember correctly, this is going to start filling up with blood again. Get up there. And of course I've got no... Oh, there it is. Don't wear out, don't wear out. At least it doesn't blow it out. That I'm happy about. Alright, I'm just trying to think here. Probably gonna have to go back for that. I don't think that's gonna work. Come on. Anything I can think of. Come on. Where'd it go? Apparently that is not strong enough. Gotta be something to do with that. Yeah, I can't reach that now. Gotta be something around here that I'm missing. Unless what I've got to do... I've still got the torch, ironically. Oh, I wonder if I go over here. I can get up there. Drop that. Come on. Oh, damn it, where's my receptacle? Thank you. Grab that. Grab that. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? I went the wrong way. I was right. I screwed up at the end. There, got it. Grab you. Go you. Come on. Oh, there is one in the middle. Gotta get that last one before the... What? Oh, it's got a timer on it. Really? So there's one in the middle that I forgot all about. Grab you. Grab you. Jump over here. One there. One there. Get up nice and high there. Nice and high there. All the way up here. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Ah, got it. I think I took a little bit too long. We'll soon find out, I guess. T, the Fire Reaver. Also find it cool that the statue behind you lights up and looks just like
plunged
Raziel.
the Reaver into that furnace and forged the blade with elemental fire. With the Reaver thus imbued, I was now armed to unlock the elemental barrier and rescue Janos from his executioners.
I'm guessing I failed. Yep. Oh, bugger. I'll have to come back out of here again anyway. Alright, let's use another save point. No, I'm not ending just now. That would be a bit of a rude thing to do.
Look at his black heart. How it still beats.
The fiend intends to bury us alive. Raziel, we must get out of here.
Remember the sword!
1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Still missing Rahab.
Forgive me. I'm sorry. I failed you.
No, Razia. Perhaps this was my true purpose. Simply to save your life this once.
While I have taken yours.
Embrace your destiny, Raziel. You must reclaim the Reaver. It was forged for you and you alone. Without it, there is no hope.
As I backed away from Janos's body, I was overwhelmed by a sense of self-loathing so deep I could barely contain it. In that instant, I rejected all that I ever was, and embraced the role Janos had safeguarded for me so patiently throughout the centuries. I knew then what I had to do, the task for which I was uniquely prepared. I would pursue the Sarafan dogs to their loathsome fortress and avenge Janos Audrin's murder. Mobius would pay dearly for his treachery, and my Sarafan brethren would reap the horrors they had sown. I would retake the stolen Reaver, which was rightfully mine. And finally, when all these debts had been paid, I would reclaim Janos Audrin's heart from their filthy, unworthy hands. If the heart was truly imbued with the power to restore vampiric unlife, its highest purpose was clear to me. I would restore the heart to Janos, and thus undo the vile crime committed by my abominable former self.
Straight in the water. Alright, so a couple of things. I'll just pause this here. A couple of things. Now, you may want to go back a little bit, or maybe even go back to a previous video I did for Soul River. When we went through the Chronoplast chamber, we had multiple visions in Soul River 1. One of them was Raziel standing in a archway in a tunnel holding a red Reaver. Now, originally, for those who don't know it, spoilers, that was meant to be the end of Soul Reaver 1. Soul Reaver 2 was never meant to happen. But that, along with two other scenes from off the top of my head, were altered in future games to fit the Chrono Plus visions. This area that we just had with Raziel standing on the airs as Janos is dead and collapsing is a reimagining of the final Chrono Plus vision. So instead of the Kain Reaver, which we would have been using, it's become the Fire Reaver. So the other two actually take place in Defiance with some slight alterations. Now, I have to admit, something I haven't brought up yet. So I was going through like Michael Bell, Paul Lucater, and all that for all the other voice actors. If you did not pick up Janos's voice, and I'm going to try not to butcher this, especially all things considered, that was Renee Abageronis. I probably butchered that. For most people, they would remember him as Odo on Deep Space Nine. And just having a look at a quick look at his filmography, he was in Boston Legal. He was apparently in The Patriot, which I haven't seen that forever, so I didn't know. Apparently he's in The Little Mermaid 1 and 2. I'm not sure who he plays. He was in Madam Secretary. Apparently he was in Batman Forever, which I'm going to have to look at that again because I can't remember it. That's Warehouse 13. I've seen him in that. Not really much else. Apparently, he was in Deep Space. He was in Enterprise, ironically. Matlock, the original Matlock. Apparently in Planes too. So, and Police Academy, the final one of those, which is weird. But yeah, so if most people would know him as Odo. Nice choice. I enjoyed the fact that they had him for the voice actor. I don't know, him and Michael Bell just seems to sync well together for me. All right, so now we can get out of here. We can't go back in there. It is all destroyed. And now it's time to go see my brethren along with myself. So yes, if that didn't sink into you, yes, that was your brother. That was you and your brothers.
We've been expecting you, little Raziel.
So, these demonic pests were not merely the product of Nosgoth's corrupted future, for here they were, hurtling back over 5 centuries to pursue me. These creatures, I suspected, were minions of the unseen forces that had hoped to control me. This was the tangible expression of their displeasure. These demons were unleashed as the penalty for my disobedience.
So it's never really explained, but there is the theory that Azimuth was actually the one who sent these here, weirdly enough. Can be a lot of I have to find some souls. I thought there was one that popped up just as I got to that walkway. Or two.
Do you really think you can save Nosgoth? Let me enlighten you, poor Raziel.
I really don't want to have to phase, but I probably will have to. Is there one oh, there is one I didn't kill. So apparently there's one about killing 3 sorcerers, but I don't know if I can actually achieve it. Fire demons.
There he is, the savior of Nosgoth.
That works. As long as a demon doesn't get in my way. That wasn't a lot. Yeah, you fight and die and I'll take your soul. Do not make it so that I'm the only one who can queue. There it goes. Nope, still going. That's what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. This is another one, isn't there? Now, where was that sword that I just put down? I'm gonna have to phase in a minute. Yeah, you die and feed me a bit. Thank you. Not what I wanted. Alright, let's see if we can't find some more Seraphim to kill and consume. And here one. Hopefully I can kill these 2 or 1 or whatever it is. Here they. I just need your soul to die. I'll hold on to the sword just in case.
You do not belong in this world, damned one.
Mm-hmm. I knew that was gonna happen. I'll just let the demons kill them for a bit. One. Oh, there was another one down there. Where am I hearing someone running? There was another. There's 2 of them, Danny. 3. Go fight the demons. Yeah, attack. Thank you. All right, here we go. Don't do that. One. That's two. There's gonna be another one. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Well, that went easier than I expected. I think I need to glide over there, perhaps. All right, we'll go this way. Apparently there's also an achievement for scaring off all the Mordor's birds. I don't know if that still works in this time, but fair enough. I assume it wouldn't work considering Borodor's dead. Alright, I remember saying that you could walk through that without any problems. Now it's calling me a liar.
You shall not pass.
I wonder if that's a Lord of the Rings reference. Go away. Now I can't remember, did we go... I don't remember, did we go backwards? I don't have to get hit. I feel like I've gone the wrong way. Well, that's close. Of course. There it is. Now, considering how much deeper this isn't, maybe now you could use it for the float, even though I've already got it. We get our fire Reaver back. Yeah. This way. We're back with the Elder God, who, if you look very carefully, has shrunk. So in this earlier time, he's not as powerful or as huge as he would eventually become. Sorry.
You have failed me, Raziel.
I wonder, Old One. Did you truly resurrect me, or were you simply there when I awakened from my torment in the abyss? I suspect you found me merely convenient, dropped in your lair by Kain, indestructible for some reason, a durable and gullible tool for you to manipulate. This one thing I readily admit. I have been used by others time and again, but always I seem to stray from their path. What is it about me, demon, that makes me such an unreliable instrument? Why do I survive one trial after another, on and on, in an endless succession of humiliating deaths and resurrections? It seems there is much more to my destiny and my history than I know. Perhaps more than you know as well.
Really? Well, I'm gonna go for the save point, and I think we'll leave this here. And it will probably be on the final stretch. Yeah, probably. Excluding all the other stuff I want to do, yeah, I think this will be the next one will be probably the last one. So here we go. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, give me a thumbs down. I promise you it will not hurt my feelings. Subscribe, ring that bell, leave me a comment. And apart from that, thanks for watching. I'll catch you later.